Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a while since I've been back on here, and that's no fault to you. I've just been in the midst of moving. When I tell y'all this move has been very stressful on me, going back and forth and then finally getting in here, it's been a lot. But I'm back today, and I will be coming back as well because I have a sponsorship video coming up. So somebody is sponsoring your girl. Can you believe it? That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I moved. Yes, there is a hole in my sweater. It is cold out here, and look, the sweater still keeps me warm. Okay, so we're keeping her. Like, we're not concerned about anything else, all right, at this point. I'm going to use a little bit of Duo lash glue, simply because I seen somebody on TikTok do it, and I was like, oh, girl, let me try that and see if it worked, because some brows came out so good, and I feel like I've tried this before and it didn't really work for me. But y'all know I'm all for trying things again and seeing what happened. But just the main thing that has occurred is I'm officially living in my house, and y'all, like, I absolutely love it. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better. The kids are officially in school, so we don't make any trips back to the other apartment. We've completely cleaned it out. I'm lying. We made one more trip last night, and that was just to kind of like clean the carpets and be completely done. Everything else has been moved out. We threw out the furniture. I wanted to sell it, but I was like, I don't have time to be haggling with people going back and forth. So you guys are going to have to forgive me because I don't know where everything is. Like, I'm still in the kind of unpacking phase. I mean, it's not really a lot to unpack because we got everything new, but you know, like, it's still looking for my makeup and stuff. That was one thing I knew I was not going to leave, like, or give away. So we made sure we went through all the boxes, stuff from like when I first started out doing makeup, like everything. I still have everything. I probably need to go through it because it's been a while, you know. This just right here, this is just a little bit of eyeshadow that I'm using to just fill in my brows. Well, I thought I was. I don't know if it's really doing anything, but we'll see. I'm trying to think of like where I left off in the last video so I can kind of update you guys from there. I want to say we talked about my daughter having autism and stuff like that. From there, we went ahead and did like a, I guess it's called like an ARD meeting with the school and her therapist, and we're working towards, you know, making sure that she's okay and she's good to go, right? So that happened, and I think I was supposed to do a get ready with me for trap karaoke, but y'all, it didn't pan out that way. And if I'm being quite honest, like, trap karaoke was okay. It wasn't, I don't know, I'm not gonna say well, I am gonna say I don't feel like it was what I thought it was going to be. Not in a bad way, I just didn't think it was going to be what it was. I'm using this. This is the NARS concealer in the shade Cafe, and I'm just going to use this to clean up under my eye and possibly at the top as well. I'm not really sure yet. Y'all know I really don't know what I'm doing until we get off in that thing, okay? And when I say that trap karaoke was not what I expected it to be, I mean, based on like the little short clippets of it or snippets they had online, I felt like it was just gonna be a time to go and vibe and just kind of kick back, be amongst, you know, like fellow, I don't know. I just thought it was gonna be a lot better. So basically, we actually wound up leaving early because it just, I feel like I've gotten too old for that type of shit. So I felt like I was gonna be able to sit down. No, they didn't have seats. The drinks were high as hell. And I feel like the DJ just did like a lot of unnecessary talking, more talking than letting the music play. Then you have people coming on stage twerking and they doing their karaoke, which I guess it would be called trap karaoke because they gonna do their karaoke. But it was just like, this ain't my type of vibe. Like, I kind of like the music to be hitting and everybody be chilling and we call it a day. I really want to go see the new Black Panther. I was supposed to see it when it first came out, but I knew the lines were going to be dumb and it was just going to be chaotic. So I was like, I'm not going to go. But it's been like crazy at work and stuff like that, so I haven't really went. But I have my my kids here, and then they also have like a little friend here. Look at us finally having company and stuff. Look at us. I'm growing. I'm growing as a mother, okay? So I finally allowed them to have company or whatever, and of course because they have the bunk beds, you know, the person was comfortable or whatever. But I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll take you guys to go see the new Wakanda, you know? So that's on my radar for today, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna happen because it is cold. And when it gets cold like this, I don't like going nowhere. I like to be in the damn house. I legit cannot rave enough about my house. Y'all don't even understand how thankful I am to even be here in this house, living here, especially coming from where I've come from and the things that I've been through. Oh my gosh, it's just a blessing. I'd be so thankful waking up every day. I would have been thankful like sleeping on the floor, but like the fact that I'm able to purchase things for my home and, you know, just I don't know how to explain it. It just feels so good. It feels so right. And I just be, oh, I'll be waking up thankful like, damn, do you understand where you've come from? I actually purchased this thing off of Amazon. It's like a little place sitter or whatever. And it says, it's just like, you know, because I like to be reminded of where I come from. Like, I never want to forget where I come from. I feel like when people start forgetting where they come from, you start not being humble, you start acting crazy, right? So I purchased this thing off of Amazon, and it says, I remember praying for the things that I have now, and I was like, oh my gosh, that resonates so hard with me because, child, y'all don't even understand. I remember praying just to have the shit that I have now, and it's just, I couldn't be more thankful. Once again, because I cannot find nothing that I'm supposed to have, we're going to be using the Juvia's Place Dark Bronzer Palette as our eyeshadow today because I can't find nothing. Like, I don't feel like looking for it, so it'll be fine. I'm going to use that top shade up here, this one right here, and we're going to go ahead and just put this down as like a little base or whatever, you know, just, we're going to do something real simple, real cute today, because we ain't got time. We trying to be out here in these streets. We ain't got time for extraness, okay? I tell everybody, like, I understand going through shit, because I feel like every day I go through shit, but things do get better, y'all. They really, really do. Just continue to have faith and just know that everything that you're going through is going to be worth it in the end. I remember having a cosmetologist and teacher tell me, yes, I was in cosmetology school just for like a smidgen, not a lot, but I remember her telling me, because there was this lady in our class, older lady. If I was 20, I want to say she was probably like 37, and she had this nice baby blue BMW, and I remember saying, like, I want that. And my teacher was like, you cannot want the things that other people have because you don't know what they went through to get those things. And I remember that hitting so hard for me because you really don't know what people had to go through in order to get that. You know, she could have been homeless. Anything could have happened for her to get that blessing, right? And I think of that, and I kind of compare that to my life, right? So I went through a lot of shit. I was homeless, staying in an apartment I didn't like, being at a job that wasn't even paying me my worth. And for me now to have this right here, I'm like, oh, I'm just so super, super thankful for everything that I have, man. But I know that without God, none of this would be possible. And I know a lot of people probably feel like, oh, because she cursed so much, you know, she don't believe in God. But that's not necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? My faith is extremely strong. I just don't express myself in the traditional format that everybody would like for me to express myself. I'm me, and I'm always going to be comfortable in my skin. It took a long time getting here. And now that I'm comfortable in my skin, like, shit, you can't tell me nothing. Anyway, I said that to say you cannot want the things that other people have. Just know that your blessing is coming, you know, especially in today's world. Everything that's going on, and I'm not going to say no names because I don't feel like it's my place to say any names, but I'm just going to tell you to be very careful about the people that you have around you, because not everybody is going to be happy for your success. If I've learned nothing in this life, is that not everybody is happy for your success. All right, just to deepen this up a little bit, because y'all know that's what I do, I'm gonna take a little bit of Fenty 480. It's a pressed powder. I normally use it to contour, but today we're gonna deepen up the shadow, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a day. But I was talking to my friend about that, and I think a lot of times us as a people, we let our pride and you know, being able to say we from the hood or we grew up in this area, we let that kind of dictate who we are, and we continue to hang around people that we know we shouldn't. I personally feel, I don't give a damn what nobody say, but I personally feel like when you get to a certain level of success, you have to change your friends. Not saying your day ones can't come along with you, but you have to be very careful, because if they are not pursuing the same level of success as you, or the same level of things that you are trying to do, the same thought process, then you have to get away from those people, because those people will be your demise. I have a lot of people that I'm still, well, not even a lot of people, I have two people I'm still in contact with from high school, and that's simply because I feel like they want better in their life. You know, every year we seem to be leveling up as a people, but I'm not going to continue to surround myself with people who do not have as much as me, or who do not want as much as me. And the reason why I say that is because when you hit a certain level of success, people like that, you can either look at it two ways. From my perspective, it's like, damn, that's inspiring. That's something that I want to do. It's something I'm going to get. Or the perspective of somebody who is going to take what you have. And those are some very dangerous people to be around. I'm going to try this. I'm not really sure if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Y'all know I'm all for trying new shit, so we're going to see what happens. This right here is the Fenty in the shade 450. And I'm going to try to put this as my shadow, just to kind of, you know, like my base. Just to kind of keep up with like that brown thing we got going on right now. Because it's not, you know, a lot. I didn't cut the crease or anything like that. Just simply tracing out where I feel like I want my crease a little bit, and just doing this. But I was literally having that conversation with my friend from Cleveland, because he wants to come down here and visit. And I'm like, bro, like, because he, in my opinion, like, he's a year younger than me, but that fool act like he's still like early 20s, you know. And so in my opinion, I'm like, bro, we not doing the same shit. Although I may not have $1 million, like, I still move differently, because I know the tax bracket I'm in is going to be completely different than somebody who's staying in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person that has to feel like, oh, I need to be a part of the hood, and the hood need to respect me because I came from the streets. I'm not that type of person. Once I got out, I got out. So I'm like, we can go party, but nigga, we're not going down there with those people. We're going someplace where we can be surrounded with people who make the same type of money as us. So there is no envy, there is no jealousy, none of that. And just in speaking with him about certain things, like, I wish that more people would just give it up. You know, like, you can be from the hood, and once you make a certain amount of money, you can leave. Shit, you need to leave. You need to leave, because when you are making all of this money, especially with people who do not want better for themselves, they gonna look at you as the prey. You know what I'm saying? Tupac once said something that I always kept with me, and he said something, somebody got shot flossing on a fiend, he was blind to a broken man's dream, something like that, right? And I always felt like you cannot be around here flaunting your success in front of people who are still fucking hungry. You know what I'm saying? Those people are still in the fucking trenches, and you're flaunting your success in front of them, thinking that everything is good because you grew up with these folks. Not necessarily. And you have to be very careful. The very first time somebody pulls some snake shit, you need to get the fuck up out of there, because it's dangerous. It is very dangerous to be successful. I know that they say it's dangerous to be a rapper, but honestly, it's really dangerous to be successful nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are not around people who are of the same success as you. I'm gonna use just a little bit of NARS primer just to prime my skin. I'm using all my NARS products today because, girl, I can't find nothing else. I told y'all I was out here moving. I can't find nothing, so we're just gonna use it all NARS. I was talking to my friend, and he's like, well, you know, you just can't switch up on people like that. It just ain't right. Da da da. I will. I will, especially when it's a detrimental to like my lifestyle. I sure the hell will. I'll switch up in a quick second. I don't give a fuck about what you think. That's why I'm like, when we were talking about like this little it's not little, but this Young Thug shit, I never understood. And literally before Thug even went down, bro, like, I think they had just been saying, like, they were just thinking about the indictment with him. I was literally having the same conversation with somebody, and I said I would never understand people making it up out the hood, becoming rich and still wanting to be a part of the hood. That mentality does not make sense to me. I understand you grew up with Pookie and them and y'all went to school together and y'all mamas know each other, whatever. I cannot afford to do the same shit that I was doing because now we have money. Now I have a way out. The same things that I was hustling for, you know, to get this money and to get this lifestyle, I now have that. So what am I still doing in the streets? I don't understand that. My friend is like, well, it's a pride thing, you know, where people don't want to be looked at like a punk or they left the hood or this or that. I'll be looked at like that all the damn time. I even told him, I'm like, bro, you come down here and we get into it and we in an area where it's some shady ass folks and I know everybody up in here ain't making the same type of money. I'm going to immediately tell you to de-escalate that shit. Whatever we need to do to de-escalate it, I don't give a fuck what they say. You pussy asshole, sure the fuck am, but I'm going home at night. That's just where I'm at mentally. Like, I rarely get into it with a person that I feel like I'm going to have to, well, my neighbor was one of them. Don't worry about me, okay? That was the old me. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like we gotta value our lives a little bit more and not put ourselves in situations that we know could be a little bit on edge, just a smidget, you know. I've been trying to convince him to come down to Texas because we from Cleveland and it ain't like, if you from Cleveland, then you fucking know it ain't shit there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and most of the people that we went to school with is just, they not doing the best that I feel like they could be, you know. And sometimes you gotta leave your hometown, like, especially when it's not as good as other cities. Like, there's not even job opportunities. I knew it was getting bad when they started cutting schools. Like, how the hell do you cut the learning and tell them that they get out at 12? And then what the hell are they supposed to do? So they go to school at 8 and then get out at 12? Like, it's just, yeah. I knew it was time to go, and I feel like a lot of people from Cleveland, and this just may be your hometown city in general, but people be like, I was born here, I'm gonna die here type of thing. I don't believe in that. Get your ass up, especially if you want better for yourself. Sometimes you can't find that within your hometown. Sometimes you gotta travel outside of what you know in order to find some shit, you know. And I'm like, I done been here, and I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning it was very, very fucking stressful. I wasn't successful by being here, but I stuck that shit out. And we doing a lot better, you know? We're doing a lot better. And so I just want better for the people that I grew up with. But again, if he doesn't want better for himself, then sorry. Like, I'll talk to you every once in a while, but I'm not going to continue to try to make sure that you're good, you know? Like, that's just, I don't feel like that. I done got these damn cameras installed in my house, and it was probably like not the best decision because every time one day asses move, the damn camera goes off. And right now they playing hide and seek, so it's like I'm getting notifications left and right where they are. Lord have mercy. I'm probably gonna have to get them bitches uninstalled because this ain't the life for me. Anyway, this is Cafe from NARS. Of course it is, okay? And I'm just using a little bit of Cafe, well, a lot of it, just to highlight, because I want to highlight, but like not too much, you know. Okay, gonna blend all of this out. But even when it comes to like the little girls, not the little girls. Look at me being old. Child, I am old calling these women little girls. Well, sometimes they don't act like women based on what he tells me, but whatever. Even when it comes to them, I be telling him like, bro, be careful, because how many times have we heard a story about a man being set up by, you know, somebody that he was pursuing. So just be extremely careful when you out here. And you know, he get on my damn nerves. He's like literally like my little brother. Like, all the time I'm sitting over here. And you know what's crazy is he fall in love so damn quick. I told him the other day, I said, bro, I am so damn happy that I am no longer in the dating field, because I honestly don't feel like I will be able to handle it. The way that y'all be out here playing games, and it's not, from what he tell me, it's not just the men. Like, some of the shit he be talking about the women be doing, it's everybody out here. It's a free fucking world. It's a free for all. It's ridiculous. That's another topic. I was talking to my friend's husband about that. We were talking about the women in these videos, And he's like, all these girls want to be city girls. They want to be out here for the streets and all this extra stuff. And I had to remind him, I said, well, I mean, it wouldn't be a lot of city girls if that's not what y'all was chasing, right? If that's not what men were attracted to and they were chasing, then it wouldn't be a lot of them, right? And I feel like, in my personal opinion, I be telling my friend this too, like, he be talking about girls be doing the same thing to him. Like, a woman has to be hurt, or she could have just been born that way. But 9 times out of 10, I feel like a woman was, oh my goodness, it's hair on my face. I feel like a woman was hurt in order for them to really become the quote unquote city girl, right? Some shit had to really take place. It was a fuck nigga fucking with them, and really turn them fucking cold, which is why they are like that, right? And I feel like when I was out here being my little city girl era, there was plenty of niggas playing with me, you know. And after a while, you get tired of being the fucking prey, so you become the damn predator, because that's what men fucking want. You don't want a woman that cooks for you, that takes care of the house and everything else, because what do? You still go out here and you look for extra shit. That is what y'all fucking do. So what do the women do? We fucking adapt. We adapt and we become the women that y'all out here fucking chasing. Now it's no longer emotional, no longer an emotional attachment, it's financial. What can you do for me? And I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. Child, I thought that because Becca sent me so much stuff. Smashbox, thank y'all. They sent me so much stuff, but none of it's pressed powder. It's all shimmer. Is shimmer coming back? Like shimmer highlights for your nose and stuff? I don't know, but I'm gonna just try a little bit of this and see what happens. And I'm just gonna set under my eye anywhere that I applied that highlight to. Now I'm gonna go in and set. What was I talking about? Oh, women. Yes, I feel like we adapt to the way men treat us, and then once we do it, then y'all be acting like, oh my gosh, there's nobody left like our grandmothers. I hate to break it to you, kid, but your grandmother was out here accepting bullshit from your grandfather. Like, she probably had a little dude on the side too. You know, a lot of old people, they be talking about the man next door, or that's they friends, them be really the ones that they was fucking, you know. But I ain't here to pop your cherry on that. You keep believing what you want to believe. But I don't believe that your grandmother was as innocent as she was. And if she was, she took a lot of damn bullshit. And what kills me is that men love talking about they want women to be like their grandmothers. But I remember my grandfather coming home and giving his fucking check over. I ain't seen not one of you niggas hand over all of your check. All of it. And the reason why I knew it was all of it because it wasn't cash yet. I ain't seen none of y'all do that. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Or y'all actually going out here and getting fucking jobs and working. You don't want to discuss that, huh? Oh no. You just want us to be just submissive. Hell out of here. I don't feel like women have a problem with being submissive. Like, I know I don't. I would love to be submissive. But you got to be the right person. You got to be out here, you know, taking care of some shit in order for me to be submissive. I'm not just going to submit to a bum. Submit to your bullshit, because that's really what it is. Y'all want us to submit to y'all bullshit of you fucking and doing whatever to 50 different women and sometimes men, and just be accepting of the shit. All right, I'm going to take my little one size here, and I'm going to bronze my skin. I'm using the first two shades. I kind of just like dab in between them and call it a day. Don't be much. Well, not really bronze, but like, what y'all call this, contour? Yeah, I don't know, but we doing something to the skin, okay? We getting it up in there and we calling it a day. But honestly, like, if I'm being honest, I've told my friends this several times. I can totally, let me tell you something. If you want to cheat on me and get away with it or whatever, I may be able to deal with it if it was like a Jeff Bezos. I don't know. Like, when I heard that Jeff Bezos' wife left, I mean, she got a hefty settlement, so I'm not mad at her. She did good for herself. But I'm like, I probably would have dealt with that shit just for a little bit, because I'm not giving up that type of money. And I know it's like, all right, where's your self-esteem? It's here, but I feel like it could be a lot higher. I feel like, look, if I walk into like my 10-bedroom mansion and he's in there with his little secretary, I'm gonna close the door and I'm gonna walk out and mind my business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I do not want to mess up my funds, but that's just me personally. If you was bringing home enough money and I'm set and I got access to it, I wouldn't bother you. You know, you can have a little mistress. Shit, I'm tired. I'm about to go out here and play tennis. You know, I'll see you later. Alright, I'm going to go back in with the OPV setting powder. And I'm just going to bake just a little bit. Trying to get all of this together, you know. under my eyes and kind of slightly down my nose, like not too much. I normally bake like super heavy, but I'm not gonna go too much today. All right, y'all, let's finish up this makeup look. I went and curled my hair and got dressed. Girl, yeah, I don't know where the hell I'm going, but we're gonna figure it out. Like I said, I think I want to go to the movies, but I'm not sure. We do need to warm up these cheeks. I don't know where my little blush brush. Oh, I found it. Got it. Okay, so we're gonna use I normally go in with like my Fenty, but I'm gonna use Juvia's Place, this one at the bottom, because it is more red, and we're gonna just bring some color back into our skin, you know, just like a little bit up in here. And you can go as like red as you want. I don't go too much. I mean, I can go a lot, but like not too much. I just like to add just like a little bit more color in my skin and call it a day, you know. Okay, so for the under eye, we just gonna go ahead and press this into wherever we had it. We're not gonna rub it off, we're just gonna press it in. I prefer to press in. I mean, sometimes I kind of like wipe the excess, but today we gonna press, okay? Press it in, call it a day. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our lips. I'm gonna be using an NK pencil. I got this from my beauty supply. I don't even know where the beauty supply is over here, but we're gonna have to find that, girl. So I'm just gonna use this and I'm gonna line my lips with it. At least I think I am. Hell, because it don't seem to be lining. I don't know, we're gonna see. I may add just like a little bit of chestnut as well, because again, I'm not seeing the line being added. But my Nubian Sand by Juvia's, because it's the only thing I got around here. Alright, now I'm gonna add some of my e.l.f. and this is in the shade, oh my goodness, I think Sparkling Rose. Don't give me the line, I could be lying. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of Sparkling Rose. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I just wanted to do a simple look today because I knew I owed you guys a video, and yeah, I'm not really going anywhere. I think I'm probably just gonna go to the movies, y'all. I'm not gonna do anything extra. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I do have a sponsorship coming up. It is actually a hair tutorial. Not really sure how I feel about that, but it should be here this week, and I have a week to get it uploaded. It'll probably be uploaded before then because I ain't got time, you know. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.